Hello yogis, and welcome to our 30-minute power flow that we have for you today. I hope that this recording finds you well and feeling good. So we have a 30-minute flow, a little more energetic than some of the restorative flows that we do on Wednesdays, but well, there's no real but. You're going to need one block for this practice, or a book, whatever works. And we are taking a child's pose. And you can also, during this practice, you can always feel free to take a child's pose at any point if you need to relax. So the goal here is to meet your body where it is at this moment, because you're going to be feeling different than you were yesterday, feeling different how you're feeling tomorrow. So just meeting yourself on the mat where you are today and flowing with your breath. So if you're moving with your breath, you are practicing yoga. So that is an awesome thing. I created a playlist for this class. You can find it on the Facebook page. So it's a 30-minute, more energizing playlist, but you also have the option to play your own music or just listen to whatever's going on at your house or wherever you may be practicing today. But we are happy that you are here with us. So one block or book or object that can support you. And then if it's difficult for you to come into child's pose to meet your heels, you can grab a blanket, something like that, pulls pillow and a bolster. I made up a word, a polster, which is actually a word. Anyway, a blanket. But enough talking. So you can go ahead, press that playlist if you would like, and come to your mat and find a child's pose. So how would a blanket assist you? You bring the big toes to touch, knees mat's distance apart. So then you're sinking back towards those heels. So if you have a lot of space there, and if there is a lot of space, it tends to feel more uncomfortable. And this is meant to be a restorative pose. So if there is a lot of space there, you can fold that blanket up and just place it at the ankles to give yourself some support, because you want to feel supported here. So you're sinking back towards those heels. Arms extend out in front, and then place your head on the mat. Forehead, that is on the mat or on a block. Settling in here on your mat. Just letting all other thoughts, they're going to come to you, but just kind of send them on their way. Like a cloud floating by in the sky. See it? And let it go. You can rock your forehead temple to temple. Give yourself a nice little massage in that energy center, in the center of your forehead. So using your breath. So each inhale, your spine's going to lengthen. Each exhale, tailbone getting heavier towards the heels. Just scanning your body today. Notice if you're holding on to any tension. So we're in this child's pose, so maybe your hips feel a little extra tight. So see if you could consciously soften there. Soften the belly, soften your jaw. Take a nice inhale in through the nose. Then just let it out. One more breath like that. Releasing any tension, stress, negativity you might be feeling, experiencing with that exhale. From here, walking those hands to the top left corner of your mat. You're stacking that right hand on top of left, trying to keep that right hip rooted down. We're going for expansion here in that right side, right shoulder. You should feel this through the right rib cage. So take that nice inhale, feel the lungs expanding. Letting out that nice exhale. One more breath here. That next inhale, walking those hands to that top right corner of the mat. This time that left hand stacks on top of right. Sinking back, rooting that left hip bone down this time. Feel that opening sensation you're creating through that whole left side of the body. And softening your hips, softening your jaw. Take that nice inhale in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, side out. One more breath. Excellent. Making your way back to center for that child's pose. We're going to be here for another breath. If you want to make it active, coming to those tented fingertips, and then feel your shoulder blades pull down your body. Your shoulders are away from the ears, so activating those shoulders. One more breath. From here, make your way up to that tabletop position. We're only going to take a few cat-cows here. So we're going to take some cat-cows in that downward facing dog, but you always got to start with that tabletop in cat-cow. You're going to inhale, lower the belly, gazing forward for that cow pose. As you exhale, push that mat away, chin is tucked, tailbone tucked, rounding up through the spine for that cat pose. Moving with your breath, slow, as fast as you need to. Undulating the spine. Love saying that word. I say it every class now. You can rock the hips side to side. Maybe find some circles. You can close your eyes. Just take the movement that your body needs. All right, so from here, you always have the option to come to that puppy pose where you're just on the knees and downward facing dog. But if you're ready, you're going to glance down, make sure you have weight distributed equally in all 10 fingers. This protects your wrists. So you're rooting down through all 10 fingers, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Bending the knees as much as you need to start. So you can feel that lengthening in that low back, nice long spine here, pushing that mat away, shoulders away from the ears, tailbone towards that back wall. Slowly start to straighten through your legs, maybe bend and straighten. Take an inhale up to the balls of your feet. Then as you exhale, lower those heels down to the mat. One more breath in this downward dog. So for this next flow of breath, as you inhale, you're going to be in downward dog, but think about lowering the belly like you're in that cow pose, tailbone towards the ceiling. Then as you exhale, shift forward, round out through the spine like you're in that cat pose and that plank. Inhale, down dog. Arching through the back. Exhale out into that cat plank. So moving with the breath. One more time. Inhale, downward facing cow. Definitely a yoga pose. Exhale out to that cat plank. And make your way up and back to traditional downward facing dog. Take a nice inhale in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, sigh it out. So on that next inhale, find that nice long spine. Then as you exhale, you're just going to reach towards that left foot with that right hand. Working the core here. Inhale, right hand comes to the top of the mat. Exhale, left hand towards that right foot. Take that nice inhale in. We'll do that 2 more times each side. Right hand towards that left foot. Inhale in. Exhale, left hand, right foot. Inhale in. Exhale, right hand, left foot. And one more time. Exhale, left hand, right foot. Back to that downward facing dog. And that next breath, sinking forward, plank pose. We're going to be here for about 5 breaths, so you always have the option to lower down to those knees right away. So we have 4 more breaths, pushing that mat away, doming sensation in the shoulders. Nice long spine, tailbone is tucked. 2 more breaths. And 1 more nice breath. You're gonna lower down to those knees. Plant the hands underneath the shoulders, which is where they should have been anyway. Take a nice inhale in. And as you exhale, lower down for a count of 5. Elbows graze the ribs. 4, 3, 2, and down to the mat, finding that cobra pose. Hands planted underneath the shoulders. As you inhale, chin is tucked, tops of the feet push into the mat. Exhale, releasing down. Do that 2 more times. Inhale up. Exhale, releasing. And that last breath in this cobra, get light on those fingertips, just using that back strength to guide you. Exhale, releasing down. Hips come up and back. Downward facing dog. 1 breath. Walking the feet to meet your hands middle of the mat, ragdoll pose. So you're bending the knees as much as you need to. Feet are about mat's distance apart. Rest the belly on the thighs, let that head hang heavy. Fingertips dangle, opposite elbows, maybe find opposite. Or clasping your hands on the back of your neck. Whatever feels good, you can bend and straighten through the legs. Take 2 more breaths here. Then releasing any bind that you have, you're going to slowly start to roll up. Head and neck heavy. The last to rise. So you make your way to that mountain pose, Tadasana. So coming to Tadasana, you could bring the big toes to touch or hips distance apart. Whatever feels comfortable for you. So actively lifting up from the arches. Notice how that changes your whole structure of how you're standing, your whole foundation. So lifting up from the arches, tailbones tucked, navel in towards the spine, nice strong legs, active and engaged. You can bring the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, release them down your back. Relaxing the jaw. Just take 1 breath here. Like to set an intention for your practice, or maybe send some energy to somebody or to yourself. So working through our sun salutations, as you inhale, you're going to reach up, looking up, upward salute. As you exhale, find that forward fold, hinging from the hips, Uttanasana. Halfway lift as you inhale, nice long spine, gazing forward on the horizon. Folding as you exhale. So planting your hands, stepping back to that plank pose. 1 breath here. Lowering down to the knees as you exhale, lower down, baby chaturanga. Inhale up into that cobra pose. As you exhale, hips come up and back, downward facing dog. So gazing forward, step walk or float up to the top of your mat. If you are floating, try to land as lightly as you can. Halfway lift as you inhale. Folding as you exhale. Then as you inhale, root to rise, reverse swan dive up towards the ceiling. Hips come back, thumbs crossed, little back bend here at the top. Folding forward as you exhale, hinging from the hips. Halfway lift as you inhale, folding as you exhale. Planting your hands, step back to plank pose. 1 breath. From here, you can take that knees down vinyasa. If you'd like, that full chaturanga, shifting forward to set up that alignment, lowering those elbows down to a 90-degree angle, gazing forward, heart comes forward, upward facing dog, shoulders stack over the wrists, hips come up and back, downward facing dog. Nice inhale in through the nose, open mouth, exhale, sigh it out. Gazing forward, step back or float up to the top of your mat. Halfway lift as you inhale, folding as you exhale. From here, coming to Utkatasana, chair pose. So as you inhale, you're sinking the weight back into those heels. As you inhale, the fingertips sweep along the mat as you sink into that chair. So you can lift those front toes. It's like you're sitting in that chair. You have that ghost chair there supporting you. We're going to cactus those arms. Go post the arms. Get a little more heart opening there. One more breath. Exhale, find that forward fold. Let it all go. Halfway lift as you inhale. Folding as you exhale. Planting your hands, stepping back, plank pose. Then take your vinyasa here. Just want to push back to downward dog. You can do that too. Take a nice inhale in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, sigh it out. Excellent. So big toes to touch. As you inhale, right leg extends up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, right into the nose. Plant that right foot between your hands. Left foot roots down, 45-degree angle. Hands come to your hips. So we're setting ourselves up for warrior one. So you might want to shorten that stance a little bit. So right knee towards that right pinky toe, rooting down through the outside of that left foot. So you're actively bringing that right hip back, left hip forward, giving yourself that manual adjustment. Once you are there, inhale, arms extend up towards the ceiling, shoulders away from the ears, warrior one. From here, goal posting those arms. So warrior one with cactus, goal post arms. So thinking about cat-cow, we're going to breathe in this warrior one with cactus arms like we're in cat-cow. So moving the spine. So as you inhale, the heart comes forward, gazing up towards the ceiling, elbows come together in the back. As you exhale, rounding out through the spine, elbows come towards one another in the front as that chin is tucked. Inhale, opening. Exhale, rounding out, bringing it all within. One more cycle. Inhale, open. Exhale, bringing it in. Inhale, back to center. Extend the arms up towards the ceiling. From here, you're going to frame that right foot. Right foot steps back to meet the left. Downward facing dog. Take that vinyasa flow here in between sides. We'll all meet back in that downward facing dog. One breath in through the nose here. Open mouth, exhale, sigh it out. Big toes to touch. As you inhale, left leg extends up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, left knee to the nose. Plant that left foot between your hands. Root that right foot down, 45-degree angle, hands to the hips. Warrior one, left side. So tailbone is tucked. You have that left knee towards that left pinky toe. Giving yourself that manual adjustment. Left hip back, right hip forward. Once you're there, arms extend up towards the ceiling. Warrior one. Relaxing that jaw. Coming to those cactus arms, finding that cat-cow here on this side. So as you inhale, the heart comes forward. Head looks up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, bring those elbows in towards one another. Chin is tucked, rounding out through the spine. So inhale, opening. Exhale, rounding out. One more time, inhale, opening. Exhale, rounding out. Inhaling back to center. Back to those traditional warrior one arms. One breath. Plant those hands down to frame that left foot. Left foot steps back to meet the right. Plank pose. Take that vinyasa. Take a nice inhale in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, sigh it out. So building on that, bring those big toes to touch as you inhale. That right leg extends up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, right knee to the nose, shoulder stacks over the wrist. Hold here for one more breath. You're gonna plant that right foot between the hands. Left foot roots down as you inhale, extending up to that warrior one. You're gonna bring your hands to your hips to give yourself that manual adjustment. We're back to that warrior one. Take one nice breath here. You're gonna goal post, cactus those arms, and then you're gonna turn towards the right side of the room. It's a nice little awkward twist here. So then from here, that left hand extends forward, right arm extends back, little twist. Left hand pulling you forward, right arm pulling you back. Little reverse warrior one, right hand to that left leg, left arm extends up towards the ceiling. One more breath. From here, straighten through that front right leg. We're gonna find a revolved triangle. I always do that. So if you have that block and you need it, you wanna place it next to the inside of that right foot, because we're coming from a revolved triangle to a revolved half moon. So you have that straight front right leg, left arm forward, right arm back. You're shifting forward, lightly landing on those left fingertips as that right arm extends up towards the ceiling. So you should feel a nice stretch here all through that right side leg, that IT band. Gazing up towards that right thumb. You're actively bringing that right hip back, left hip forward. Light on those left fingertips. So one more breath here. So to come to that revolved half moon, you're gonna take that right hand, place it on your hip. So those left fingertips are gonna come slightly ahead of you on the block or on your mat. You're shifting the weight forward into that right standing leg. So you're straightening through that right standing leg. You have some weight in those left fingertips as that left leg rises up. So you can either stay here if you feel stable in this foundation. That right arm extends up towards the ceiling. Right shoulder stacks on top of left. Gazing up towards that right thumb. One more breath. And you're gonna plant that right hand down, lower that left foot down, lower that left knee down. Finding a little twist here. So you're getting that nice stretch in that left hip flexor, left hand plants down, right arm extends up towards the ceiling. Nice little supported twist here after that revolved half moon. One more breath. From here, planting both hands down, just walking that right foot off the mat. So you have the right toes off the mat, right heels on. For our hip opener today, we're taking that lizard pose. So you could take a twisting lizard, planting that left hand underneath the sternum. Then you're twisting up towards that right leg. So that right hand can push that right thigh away, maybe come to the outside of that right foot. So getting a nice little twist here, gazing over that right shoulder, lengthening through that left hip flexor and getting that nice external hip rotation in that right hip. So we've got a lot going on here. So we're gonna stay here for 5 more breaths. Make sure you're not clenching in your hips, in your face, in your shoulders. 1 more breath. Beautiful. So planting both hands down, coming back to the ball of that left foot. Right foot steps back to meet the left, downward facing dog. Then taking that vinyasa flow here, or maybe you just want to rest. We will all meet back in our downward facing dog. So take that nice inhale in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, sigh it out. I'm going to shift my position, so staying in that downward dog. Coming to the left side this time. You're going to bring those big toes to touch. As you inhale, that left leg extends up towards the ceiling. Then as you exhale, left knee to the nose, shoulder stacked, chin is tucked. Hold here for 1 more breath. Excellent. Plant that left foot between your hands. Right foot roots down at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, extending up to that warrior 1. You can give yourself that manual adjustment. You have that right hip forward, left hip back. From here, cactusing, goal posting those arms. We're finding that twist, which is why I shifted my position so I won't be talking to the wall. So that right hand comes forward, left arm extends back. It's a nice little awkward twist. I think it feels awkward. But there's something good about a twist too. Reverse. Make sure you still have that left knee towards that left pinky toe. Just caught myself. Yikes. So take that left hand down that right thigh. Right arm extends up towards the ceiling. Reverse warrior 1. Excellent. Straightening through that front leg. We're going to find that revolved triangle pose. So you're hinging forward, grabbing that block if you need to. You're coming down to those nice tented fingertips or the block with that right hand next to that left foot as that left arm extends up towards the ceiling. Revolved triangle pose. So take 1 more nice breath here. We're gonna make our way to that balancing posture, revolved half moon. So left hand onto the left hip. You're shifting the weight forward into that left standing leg. You have a little bit of weight in those tented right fingertips. Right leg rises up. So try to keep those 2 hips in line. So nice active right leg. You're on those tented fingertips. If you feel stable here, that left arm can extend up towards the ceiling. Revolved half moon. 1 more breath. Plant both hands down, land that right foot down. You're gonna lower that right knee, so we're finding that twist to start. So you're planting that right hand beside that left foot. Left arm sweeps up towards the ceiling. Nice little twist. Gazing up towards that left thumb. Excellent. Coming to that lizard pose, left side. So just walking that left foot off the mat. So you have the left heel on the mat, left toes off. You're lengthening through that right hip flexor, planting that right hand down underneath or in line with the sternum. Then you're going to gently guide that left thigh away from you. as you gaze over that left shoulder. So again, you're lengthening in that right hip flexor, which in this video it looks like it's my left, but it's the right hip flexor, getting that external rotation in that left hip. Nice little twist. 2 more breaths. Beautiful. Planting both hands down. Coming to the ball of that right foot. Left foot steps back to meet the right, downward facing dog. Take your last vinyasa of this flow. Meeting in that downward facing dog. 1 breath in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, sigh it out. All right, lower down to those knees. I'm gonna find a nice easy seat. Bring the soles of the feet to touch for Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. So head stacked over the heart, over the pelvis. The closer your feet are to your body, the more intense of a hip opener it's going to be. You can open your feet up like you're reading a book. You're gonna lift out from the hips, hinge forward until you meet your edge. So once you feel your hips talking to you, just pause there. Just gonna take 3 breaths. Maybe sinking a little bit lower with each exhale. 1 more breath. Way up to center, and just coming to a gentle twist here. So twist towards that right side, left hand to that right thigh, right arm reaches behind you. So nothing crazy here, just a little twist. Inhale to center, exhale to that left side, right hand, left leg, tented fingertips with those left hand. 1 breath. Excellent. Just coming to that nice easy seat. We'll seal our practice today with 2 breaths. So you could inhale, arms extend up towards the ceiling, the sky, wherever you are. Exhaling your hands to heart center. Inhale, rising. Exhaling your hands to heart center. Placing your thumbs along your sternum, you could tuck your chin towards your chest. Just taking a moment to thank your body for carrying you not only through this practice, but through your life. Finding a moment of gratitude for yourself, for all that you do for you. So we thank you for being here with us today. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of the week. Namaste. That you be well, stay well, and we hope to see you soon.